What's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna be doing our official Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game review right here on the channel right now. I got about 72 to 74 hours into the game. I got all the achievements / trophies, so I think I'm far enough along to where I can give my proper review on the game, right? So let's go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, let's just go ahead and jump into gameplay and graphics, because these are the key elements to any video game, right? The gameplay's got to be fun because that's what you're playing, right? That's what you're doing in the game, and the graphics, that's what you're looking at the whole entire time. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. So the graphics are gorgeous. I just gotta say it, like, there's really no other way around that. There's no other way to spin it. It's a beautiful looking game. It really is. It's awesome to look at. There's even like small details that you probably wouldn't appreciate if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, that I'm honestly just like, wow, like that's so crazy that they fucking did that. Like small details, like you'll be playing as like Broly from Super, right? You'll be in his base form, his key charge will be green, then you'll power up, you'll transform, right, in a legendary Super Saiyan, well, his full power Super Saiyan, and the key charge will turn into a bright green instead of the dark green that it was. Like, it's small details like that they put into the graphics that I think is just awesome. Like, that's just crazy. And the graphics, it's so beautiful. And the gameplay is just downright fun. It is a fun game, and that is the key element to any video game. Like I said, the gameplay is so fun. There's a lot of different mechanics, a lot of different ways to play, a lot of defense options, a lot of offense options for this game. And honestly, you don't see that a lot in fighting games. Usually fighting games, they got like a rock paper scissors kind of situation going on. Not this game. You got like rock paper scissors pencil iPad. Like, that's how this game is. That's how many options you got. For example, you could use, if you're playing as, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, that's my favorite character, right? He's got instant transmission. You can use instant transmission to get behind somebody, or you can do the classic, you know, Z Dragon Dash behind him that any character can do. Like, that's what I'm saying when I say you got so many different options when it comes to gameplay. Now let's get into the episode battle, which you could also consider the story mode or the campaign for the game. Getting into the episode battle, it doesn't really have a whole lot of cutscenes, which I could see being a problem for a lot of people, because it's like, what the fuck is this, right? This is supposed to be the story mode. The cutscenes are supposed to go crazy, but it's more of like a slideshow. You got to do a lot of reading, a lot of stuff like that. That kind of turned me off just a little bit, but it made up for it with the what ifs. A lot of the what if scenarios that you can go off of, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of what ifs in the story mode. A lot of the what ifs I found really interesting. Like, my favorite one was when Goku went Super Saiyan against Grade 8 Vegeta. Then you continue down that path, and then you fight Super Saiyan Vegeta, who killed Frieza on Planet Namek as Super Saiyan Goku. That what if was my favorite, and that's just one example. There's also one of I'm just gonna say it, spoiler alert, Gohan Black. So Gohan Black what if, which is really cool. So a lot of the what ifs are really cool in episode battle, but other than that, it's cool, right? You can play as various different characters: Goku, Trunks, Jiren, Goku Black, Frieza. Not everybody, but you know, like seven of the characters, you know, Piccolo, Vegeta, and shit like that. Other than that, I think that's really about it. That's all I can say. It's not nothing crazy, but it doesn't suck, right? It's entertaining. So I think that's about all I can say about it. You can use it to get a lot of money, a lot of zenny, you know, unlock certain characters, and you know, get the Super Dragon Balls from the story mode. So with that being said, let's get into custom battle. Now, for me personally, I didn't really find custom battle that entertaining. I only really played it to get I only really played the bonus battles to get the achievement. Other than that, I haven't really played custom battle. I've tried it. I played a couple of people's custom battles, but honestly, I don't really care for it. I think it's cool. Some of the scenarios they're fun to see, but other than that, I didn't really find a lot of entertainment out of this. But hear me out. I see the appeal. I absolutely see the appeal. I think it's really awesome they added this into the game. I think it's got a lot of value, and I think a lot of people will find it entertaining. Just because I didn't doesn't mean there's no value in it here. So I'm glad they added it, because I absolutely see the value in custom battle. I personally just didn't get a lot of entertainment out of it, but that's not to say it doesn't have value. And that's just my thoughts on custom battle. And I brought up the Dragon Balls earlier, so let's go ahead and talk about the Dragon Balls, because there are obviously Dragon Balls in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Like, come on, bro. And you can collect 3 different kinds. You get the Purunga Dragon Balls from Planet Namek, Shenron obviously, and Super Shenron. And they all kind of do different things, right? So like, Purunga will give you 3 wishes, Super Shenron will give you better wishes, and then Shenron, you know, you get whatever. These are hard to get, honestly. They are. The drop rate is very low, and I think you can only get these from offline battles. Well, that's not true. You can get them from challenges, and then you get the Super Shenron Dragon Balls from the story mode. I think that's the only way to get the Super Shenron Dragon Balls. I haven't, in my experience, I haven't seen or got them from any other way, but I think that's the only way to get them. Now, as far as Purunga, I think you can only get those in offline battles, Shenron is going to be the easiest one to get, the regular Shenron Dragon Balls, because you can get those from challenges and offline battles. But yeah, once you get them, you can get wish for various different things like money, characters, titles, and stuff like that, ability items, and things of that nature. Take advantage of them. They're cool, and you get achievements for using them too. Now, there is a shop and customization mechanic. Now, I will say for the shop, now as you scroll through the shop, you'll see that there's not a lot of characters. That's because when you buy a certain character, like for example, you buy Fat Janemba, that'll unlock that Janemba and Super Janemba. Same for UI Goku. Like if you buy UI Goku, that'll unlock UI Goku and MUI Goku. So that's why you only see that's why there's only like 10 or 14 characters in the shop. That's why there's not a whole lot of people there, because a lot of them, all you got to do is just buy the base form and that unlock the rest of them, which is really cool. Other than that though, the shop, like I said, once you buy all the characters and all the costumes, it doesn't really have a lot of use for it, but it's cool at first, right? It's really cool at first. It's really fun. I do think they need to find something to do with the Zenny, right? Because you get a lot of Zenny and then you don't really have nothing to spend it on once you buy everything. So I think maybe they should add in an update for the game for you can do something with that, like maybe buy the Dragon Balls. I think that'd be really cool. Like just do something where you can just buy where you can just do something with that Zenny, you know what I mean? Like there's no really point in just stacking it up. Like let us do something with that shit, you feel me? But other than that, that's all I gotta say about the shop. Another cool mechanic in the game that a lot of people might overlook is the challenges and the missions. I really like this because it gives you a lot of different customization options just for your customization as a whole. There's a lot of different rewards here, a lot, and I mean a lot of them, a lot of different rewards that you can use to separate yourself from other players because they might not want to go out and get that. Like for example, like I think like get proficiency for like every character is an award, right? Now you might not get proficiency 7 for Zarbon, but somebody else might, and they might put that as their customization icon to separate themselves from other players, right? You feel what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that that's in the challenges and the missions, I like that. I really do think that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the training. Now obviously it's a fighting game, so every single fighting game has this where you can go into the training and it show you mechanics to, you know, press this button to do this, and it have beginner, intermediate, advanced. Every single fighting game has that. Sparking Zero is no different, but where I think Sparking Zero takes it to the next level is when you go into training to practice combos and shit like that. If you go to the CPU settings, you can change the settings to help you practice certain things, and it'll say it right there. It'll say, hey, put the settings on this to practice this, and it'll be like a specific thing that you might want to practice or you need to practice to get better at the game. And that is where I think Sparking Zero takes the training to that next level where you don't see a lot of fighting games do that. Now, let's talk about battle mode. Now, this is where we're going to get a little bit negative, but it is what it is. I can't sit here and lie and say that this game's perfect because it's absolutely not. Before we do that though, I want to say in battle mode, there's an online and there's an offline. I will say the offline is actually really fun. And there's not a lot of fighting games where I can say, hey, playing by myself and just fighting CPUs is fun. There's not a lot of fighting games like that. Sparking Zero, though, is a fighting game like that where I actually have a lot of fun playing by myself, picking a team of 5, putting myself up against another team of 5, CPU, putting it on, you know, whatever level I want, super strong. I usually play on super, so against the CPUs, and I just have fun playing by myself. With that being said, now let's get into online. Now, online is absolutely fucking cooked. I can't sit here and cap. It is fucking cooked. It really is, dude. Especially on Xbox, which is the platform I'm playing on. It is so hard to get into a match. Dude, the servers are absolutely fucked right now. Bandai needs to patch this. It's terrible. And I'm seeing this across all platforms. I'm speaking from my experience, though. This is my review. I can't find matches for nothing. Now, I will say there was a little trick that I did figure out. I made a video on it, so go check that out if you're playing Xbox and you still can't find matches. And that did help find matches a lot better, but it's still, I shouldn't have to resort to little petty tricks like that just to play online. And to make this worse, they still haven't did a day one patch. To my knowledge, they still haven't did a day one patch, and the game's been out for like about a week, man, like over a week if you count early access, and they had not spoken about this at all. So their silence, man, it's kind of making me a little mad, I'm not gonna lie. So, but that is my review. So overall, I would give this game, I would honestly, I'm not even lying, I would give this game like a 9.8 if it wasn't for the servers being broken for this long. So I'm gonna have to knock it down. I'm gonna give it an 8.7. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.7. That's gonna be my review, review score for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let me know what you guys would give the game if you have enough experience. You know, if you don't, if you just start playing it, tell me your first impressions of the game. Let me know how you liking it. Let me know what platform you're playing on. And this is gonna be my review of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.